I always think great comedy performers need to have, and I'm saying this because I've never liked my eyes. I think I just don't like my eyes. You have the greatest, I mean, your eyes are.
You really get me, dog.
What's that?
You really get me.
But it's, but what I'm saying is, you have, and all my favorite comics through history have these eyes that can do all the work for them. You have these beautiful eyes, but they're also great. They're so, I know, I keep doing, I don't know why.
We know what eyes are.
I'm showing you. I'm being,
okay.
You know what I'm being?
It's so funny.
I'm being aspirational.
Yeah, it's like, it's not racist, but I'm like, it's like, is it offensive? I'm just trying to save you. I'm like, I don't know how this is going to be interpreted.
I don't think this is racist.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
This is just me trying to have normal eyes.
It's just weird.
It's just weird.
Yeah, it's just a weird thing to do. Yeah.
You know what I love?
I feel you, though.
Let's say this one thing. Conan O'Brien, not racist, but weird.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's always been clear.
Yeah, I think that's always been the case. Thank you. Thank you, though. I really appreciate that. And,
but you must know, I mean, you have a very beautiful face that's also very expressive. No, I'm serious.
I fucking love it here.
But don't you? I mean,
I agree.
Jump in.
No, I definitely agree. I mean, but also you're being a little hard on yourself because your eyes, you use your eyes a lot throughout comedy. I think it's just
I do like beady, shifty, side to side.
But you
stuff.
affect that change. You have nice eyes. You have very nice
your eyes.
I've always loved you.
Yeah.
Your eyes are gorgeous, and then also I can't do the things you just did with your face. Like you can do a impression of what's the old man, the one who always hits your car if you're in his parking space.
Oh yeah, whatever.
What's his name? There's so much more to him than that, but that's the only story I can think of right now.
Is it fictional?
No, he's a real man, guys.
He hits people. He smashes people's cars. If you
come on, guys, he's the old man, and he's always like, he's always angry. He's in a bunch of westerns. He just put out a western. It wasn't.
Clint Eastwood?
Clint Eastwood.
Oh, okay,
you can do like a Clint
I love that your generation refers to Clint Eastwood as who's the angry old man.
I just forget.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I just forgot all the rest of him real quick.
I love that. That is one of my favorite moments on the podcast. Who's that? Who's that old man that gets mad if you park in his spot?
I'm on the WB lot, and it's my constant fear that me or someone else will park in his spot. So that's what is my main, relationship.
This
to him.
is so funny because we worked on the WB lot.
Oh yeah. You
and
did, yeah.
And one of my writers, Dion Cole.
Yeah, love Dion Cole.
Dion Cole, we hired him as a writer, and then he became a performer on the show, and I adore him. We talked to him recently, and we were all remembering that he just didn't care. He would park anywhere he wanted on the lot.
And he drove a white Bentley.
He drove a white Bentley.
Dion?
Yeah, Dion. When he was a writer on my show, and I'm driving like a Nissan Cressida. And he was a writer, and he would roll in a Bentley.
That is so Chicago.
I know. Oh my God.
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
Wow.
So he would roll in, and people were like, "My God, Conan got a Bentley," and I'm like, "I don't have a Bentley." And it was Dion
parking.
I certainly don't have a white
Bruce Willis. He parked in Bruce Willis's spot.
He parked in Bruce Willis's spot.
He parked in Bruce Willis, and you know what? They kept telling him, "You are banned from the lot," and he's like, and then he'd come in the next day and park in a different space, and I loved that. That was fantastic.
Hilarious.
So what I'm saying is, you can do what you want. No one's going to get mad at you. Park in any spot you want.
That wasn't the focus of this. Wait, the focus was you can do a Clint Eastwood impression. I can't, and also
because I'm old.
Well, because your eyes, because you can do that. I can't do that. I can't just. But also, I think people should have either big eyes or a big head. And I think when you don't have either, I don't really trust you comedically.
Yep.
I mean that.
I love that.
And
That's
you
true.
have the big head.
I have
and
the
that
biggest head.
Is what you have to have, one or the other. I'm serious. I feel really strongly about that. Ask my friends. I don't like when, what's your deal? Why are you here? Especially
why are you in comedy?
Why
without
are
a
you in
message?
comedy?
Like I'm opening my eyes wider just to get your acceptance right now.
Yeah.
You have a good head.
You got a good
he's
head.
got a small head.
Yeah, your head's
no.
kind of small.
You could fit 6 of your heads in my head.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, that's no comment on my head size.
My
That's
head
just-
is a container for several of your heads.
Yes.
Yeah, you're the Russian nesting doll of heads.
What?
No, I'm just poor baby. I don't know. But I didn't try to start. I started with a compliment and landed in a really crazy place.
No. That's what happens here, and that's what we feel good when we feel bad. I don't know what that is all about.
It is weird.
You know what I can relate to about, which is you're one of 5, I'm one of 6.
Yes.
And so I come from a big family, and I've talked about this a lot, but we were like shoulder to shoulder. We were all born as close together as is biologically possible,
Mm-hmm.
and I swear to God that formed who I am.
What part are you in?
I share the middle with my sister Kate.
What do the rest of them do?
Murderers.
Murderers,
some lawyers and
teachers.
teachers. They're actually lawyers, teachers, and then there's like 1 or 2 murderers.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I've found that it's usually the youngest who winds up in entertainment or comedy.
Were you the youngest?
I'm the youngest. And what's my other concrete proof right now? Some friends you don't know, Nick Kroll.
Yeah, I know
He's
Nick Kroll.
The youngest.
Yeah.
And we've talked a lot about that because he's the youngest of like a bigger family. But yeah, I think being a part of a big family 100%. For me, a lot of the comedy trickled down from my parents' POV, which was old black and white shows, and then not just black and white, but whatever, Brady Bunch, shit like that. And then my sisters, who were very Conan friends, Martin, Living Color. So they were a wide spectrum. And then my brother under them. Well, then my oldest brother, who was in prison most of my life, but when he'd write me, you need to watch Kings of Comedy. Like, he would tell me what to watch. And then I had my brother closest to me, who was more of the stupid, like Ace Ventura, all of that kind of stuff.
Right.
All of it just funneled into me.
But you know what's interesting? My biggest thing, and I think it's the same thing with musicians, is they say a good musician should have big ears, meaning they're not snobs. They love classical music, but they also love R&B, but they'll also listen to rap, but they'll also listen to show tunes. They find there's good in everything.
Absolutely.
And I always felt that I got exposed to everything you're talking about, but also Saturday mornings they would show Bugs Bunny cartoons, Warner Brothers cartoons, which that's where I swear to God, I learned my timing.
Totally.
Because the timing is impeccable.
Yep.
And they were all made in the 1940s and 50s, and they're, beautifully, and they were made for adults. They weren't made for kids.
Yeah.
But the timing on a Roadrunner cartoon is perfect.
Yeah.
And you learn about pauses.
Yep.
And all that stuff.
Do you guys ever revisit anything and you see, oh shit, that's where I got my timing from, or where I got my I don't know, but that happens to me a lot now, watching old cartoons, old shows. He just passed away, but
Bob Newhart?
Yes. And so I revisited Newhart because I used to watch that, the one where he had the Airbnb, oh my God, the B&B.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how much Daryl has a lot to do. How that's in a brain fold of mine. And I was like, oh, this was so formative for me. And I didn't even know it. Oh, the Will Ferrell Jeopardy sketch.
Yes. Saturday Night Live.
There's like a specific one where I was like, damn, my whole cadence is kind of like,
but
ripped from that sketch.
But it's not. It's not. It's
Yeah.
impossible. There's no such thing. There's not one. I'm going to use the word artist.
You can say it.
But there's not one artist in history who's come from a vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing.
Even Ferrell and Newhart, they did the same thing.
No,
Absolutely.
and it's like, and it's interesting. I had the honor of being friendly with Bob Newhart, and he was so wonderful to me. And I could never understand how I could be in the same room with him.
Mm-hmm.
He'd come to my house, and I'd think, that's Bob Newhart over there. It's like, yeah, you invited him to your house.
I know, it's crazy.
And I'm saying that out loud, and he can hear me. It's weird.
Crazy.
But watching him and realizing it's the reactions. The reactions are the beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.